What's up, YouTube? So last little video I did the little white wraps on my arrows, and this time I'm using the old Bitzenberg jigs that I have mounted on just a 2x8 chunk of wood I had, and I have a left helical configuration because most of the time, at least when I've tested it, anytime I've tested a bare shaft, it seemed to have a natural left turn or rotation to my arrows, so I'm trying to do a left helical on my vanes. So kind of makes sense, I guess, maybe. And I'm gonna do 6 of my dozen arrows here, and I'm using these little mini sabres that I've heard a lot of good things about. I typically shoot the TAC 2.25s. Matter of fact, I've got an arrow right here where I just did these earlier today and had a red wrap, and you can see that that's a Podium Archer product. The wrap is, and then the vanes just a red, and that's on an HLR. It's an old arrow actually that I've just refletched, and they were getting a little ratty. But anyway, these are brand new. Just wrapped them. First time using this left helical. First time using the the Mini Sabre vanes by DCA. And anyway, I'm using a little primer to just kind of get things started, cleaned off. And then I've got the AAE Max Bond glue, or adhesive as it says on the bottle. I hope. Maybe it'll come out. Yeah, here it comes. And I'm doing 3 or 4 dots on there, and then just kind of smear it around, and then let the magnet grab a hold of it and slide it down and just press it to the arrow, and maybe that'll stick. And I usually hold it for at least 10 seconds before I let go of it, and then I'll start one on the other arrow. And it's just a continued process, just putting a little primer on there just to wet it, kind of blow it dry, get the glue on there. My hands shake really bad, and it's a genetic thing. I don't even know what it's called, but my granddaddy had it. He had to use 2 hands just to eat Jello. He used to eat Jello, and it's one of his things, I guess. And anyway, he'd hold the spoon in his right hand and use his left index finger just to keep it on there. All right, once that one's kind of set, then we can rotate it. And I'm doing all white. I'm not doing a cock vane in a different color. So it's, you know, white wrap, white veins. Just thought it would look kind of, in my old eyesight, it's kind of hard to see anyway. So I thought the white would be fairly easy to see. All right. And sometimes I'll just run a bead. And press it down there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take the other one off. Rotate it. I know this is all hard to see because I'm just using an iPhone for my filming. Because that's all I have. I'm not into the YouTube videos real big yet, but I thought, why not give it a shot? Make a few videos, share what little I know. Maybe somebody will learn from it, or maybe I'll learn from it, and some of y'all tell me I'm an idiot and not doing it correctly, and I'll do it better next time. But it's not a complicated process, it's just a process. Primer pen. Just kind of clean it up. And glue. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Peel the other one off. Rotate. And in just a moment here, we're going to have 2 arrows done in no time. And I got these Bitzenberg jigs. These are old ones. I got them on eBay, and I don't know, paid probably less than half compared to what a new one would cost. So why not? And then I just they both came with straight clamps. Me being ignorant of what I really needed, ordered a right clamp, which worked fine with the right helical, helical clamp. But when I actually started testing some bare shafts, I could see that they were wanting to rotate left, which I think I've learned is typical for a right-handed shooter. Is that typically they come off left, and that might not always be the case, but in my case it was. So I bought 2 left helical clamps, and well, you're seeing it just like I'm seeing it. But anyway, looks kind of sharp, I think. All right. Thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Put something in the comments if you think I'm a moron and need to do something different. But got a little bit of a left helical on there. I need to use a little dab of glue at the tips, which I can do that, I guess. I usually do that just to hold them on there a little bit better, so that if they go deep into a target, you'll see those shaky hands. It just kind of helps hold those on there a little better. I got kind of messy with that one, but it's on there. All right, one arrow complete, and then you just lay them out there, let them dry. Old eyeballs are getting old too. Makes things like this more difficult. But there it is. Arrow number 2. So that's 2 down. It's a good old rinse and repeat for the rest of them, so I'm not going to bore you with that. Have a great day. Comment below. Click. Subscribe. Do all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later. Bye.